up-to-date Yu-Gi-Oh! Tier list in all the internet. You won't be able to find it like this up to this exact day. Today, the most up-to-date tier list for YCS Montreal, all the regionals incoming, with all the 60-card slop, bullshit, ugly decks that's going around, how to counteract with the people playing fun decks right now, the most up-to-date tier list for all the regionals for YCS Montreal, and I'm gonna insert the new Magnificent Monster decks because Penvest deck when that comes, and it's say absolutely every single deck accurately, 3-time YCS champion. Let's get straight into this video. Before we do, make sure to check out my metabuy down below for daily coaching, and make sure to check out TSX1 to your Supreme Pro sleeves right now. They might be sold out because I bought them all. None for you because you're gonna be a champion. It says Supreme Pro, not Supreme Bum. So you gotta be a champion to use the sleeves. I'm sorry, I don't make the rules. Let's get straight into this video. Let's go! Dark Magician aura farming all of you.
That's just how much aura that man has. Aside from the fact he was showing his fit this whole time, just a single head turn from him can knock someone unconscious.
Let's get straight into this video. First things first, this is a lot of decks. I'm gonna tell you absolutely every single one of these cards, whether they're tier S or tier F. And there's gonna be no in between here. You know, if it's a deck like Labyrinth, I'm not gonna call it a C. If there's only one tier for these shit decks, you either play a good deck or a fucking bad deck. There's really no in between. Atlantean, don't, like, guys, any of these bullshit decks, I don't even want to hear it. Just don't. In fact, we could just remove all of these decks. We could remove all these tiers. It's so simple. It's okay or good or bad. That's it. There's no more deeper than that. It's either a great deck, it's okay, or it's absolutely ass. There's no in between. You're either a Supreme Pro or a Supreme Bomb, like Farfa. Now, Branded, it's a good deck. In fact, for a long time, it was up here. But there's a problem with Branded right now. Everyone is playing Ritual of Brick and Garnet, and Ritual of Brick and Garnet has a great matchup against Branded. So because everyone is playing Ritual of Brick and Garnet, you gotta put Branded at just okay. Because even though the Branded matchup versus Kewl Tune is better versus other matchups, like Kewl Tune, I would rather, as a Kewl Tune player, play against Ritual of Brick and Garnet instead of Branded. Branded just cannot play against Ritual of Brick and Garnet because he just cannot deal with some of the cards there. So I'm gonna put this at okay. Malice is also okay. Azamina White Forest are so much better combo decks. If you're gonna play Elf No, you just play normal Elf No. You're not playing a White Forest. Don't get me started. Blue Eyes Truthers. There's a reason there's Dark Magician aura farming you and not a Blue Eyes. Primite is probably even worse than tier F. Mitsurugi is okay. Lunalight is I'm not even gonna get started. Now I'm gonna put Sky Striker. Sky Striker is better than Mitsurugi right now. It's better than Malice. Before someone says, oh, but Trif, Sky Striker won the YCS. Can you guys tell me what the other 7 decks were in the top cut? If Ryan didn't play TCG, we would be talking about Sky Striker up in here. I'm tired of all these people saying Sky Striker is better than it is just because Ryan is one of the best Yu-Gi-Oh players we've ever seen in our lifetime. After me and Jesse. Actually, after just me. He's probably better than Jesse. It's not the deck, it's Ryan. So I'm actually pretty inclined to put this pretty bad around here. But we'll put this at okay just because. This deck is okay. Yummy Beadsmith is okay. K9 VS is okay despite having 0 play. It's okay. I'm not K9 for Hire's ass. DDD's ass. Radiant Typhoon is okay. But really, not really. It's ass. But we could say it's okay. Like there is a Branded and Striker. I'll put in you know what? I'm gonna do one more tier here. This is okay. This is okay and okay-ish. Okay and okay-ish. Brandon and Striker are a bit better than these. Exo Sisters doo-doo. Magnet Warriors doo-doo. I'm sorry to tell you. It's okay-ish. Yummy Azamina is the same as Yummy Fiendsmith right now. Crimson King, please don't get me started. Someone says Magnet tier is great. Someone says Magnet tier is top tier. How many tops in any format of Yu-Gi-Oh, whether it's a fucking local, a regional, or a YCS, does Magnet Warrior have in this format? As many girlfriends as you have? 0. Synchron. I'll put Synchron in bad right now. But when the new Synchron support gets announced, I'm putting this at okay-ish. I'm putting it right here, okay? Train, don't get me started. This deck is okay. I think this deck's good. Doomsday is okay-ish. Power Patron Elfno. I'm just gonna call Power Patron Elfno. It's good. It's good. Elfno, this is just a word falling up. Just call it, this is a shit Elfno. You put that at Elfno. Power Patron's okay? No, it's ass. I don't care what anyone says an aircraft's ass, okay? An aircraft's doo-doo. Now, if there was any questions as to what was the best deck, there's not. I don't need to tell you that the only deck in the format's Kewl Tune. I don't need to tell you that, because you know that. You know that. Kewl Tune might be boring if you find winning boring. You're going to win so much, you're going to get tired of winning. That's Kewl Tune. That is Kewl Tune. There's a lot of decks. If we look at this past week's regionals, lots of Ritual Light and Darkness. You want to know why, guys? Because Kewl Tune has officially reached boring level. No one wants to go Q Rotary. It's boring. If you find winning boring, I find it rather entertaining to see the look on my opponent's face go from good luck, have fun, bro, to after Q Rotary happens. I like winning. Maybe others don't, but I like winning. There is the clear tier S as the only deck to take. If you take any of these other 5 decks, you're trolling. This exact statistics of this past weekend was Kewl Tune has 29, or of the past few weeks. Kewl Tune, 29% of tops of regionals and stuff. Rollout has 22 at number 2. So you could go ahead and say, rollout with Azamina is, technically by those stats are okay. But here's what people don't understand. How did it perform at the actual tournament, nationals? Everything we had, rollout was legal. 0 real tops. 0 top 8s. 0. Can you guys tell me in Kewl Tune there wasn't top 8? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Luke 7. That's right. Out of 8. 7 out of 8. That is 85% of tops. Where's Kewl Tune? 0 of this shit deck. 0. And exactly like I told you guys, Azamina will be way more played than the Fallen version because his deck does nothing. 13 starters, 13 bricks. Wonderful for 3 interruptions. It needs Azamina to have more starters and more insulation to make sure my shuffle doesn't get stopped. So where do I put this Ritual of Brick and Garnet deck at? I put it okay-ish. And I'm pretty close to putting it tier Farfa. I'm pretty close. I would literally prefer to play all of these decks over this, and I mean that. Yummy is 1,000 times better. If I played Yummy and you played Ritual of Brick and Garnet, I will beat you 9 times out of 10. I will not lose to that deck. I will literally just not lose to that deck. The only reason people are playing this deck right now is because it's very fun. 60 card variants of Rolad, I agree, are way better than the 40 card variant. You guys want to know why the deck has 10 bricks? Play 60, maybe allow 15 bricks. It is what it is. You need to play. I believe if you're going to play Rolad, it has to be 60 card combo variant. I believe so, because it has too many bricks. And this way, you have more engines in there. You play so many more engines in the 60 card version that you can actually play through shit. The reason I don't like Rollout right now is it loses to a singular interaction on Mind Shuffle. Even a Ghost Spell in the grave, or Ghost Ogre if you start as Black Chaos, it's just so bad. But if you throw in more engines, it could do more. I would put a combo version of this deck maybe in okay or okay-ish. I would. But with how it is right now, so like glass cannon-y, just stop Mind Shuffle. Every Kewl Tune player is playing Purge right now because they listen to the best Kewl Tune player on the planet. It can't be Kewl Tune. The reason it's been performing is because no one's playing Kewl Tune. If you guys want to, loot just outright, like there's no strategy. If you lose the roll of Kewl Tune with Azamina Ritual Rollout, it's over for you. The game is lost on. So that's why I put this here. I'll put the combo variant around here. The combo variant. Personally, me. 60 card for fun version. Like you're having fun. I'll put this here. Clown Cruise for clowns. As is this. As is this. As is this. Blitzkrieg is picking up. Not just in Genesis, but it's actually picking up overall in TCG. It's doing pretty good. Invoked is doing pretty good. Lol. 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 This is the exact tier list of right now as we speak. Let's move on to these decks. These are the new decks. Synchron Elfno makes Elfno better. Maybe around here. I still put Branded as the number. Maybe you can't play Brand. Maybe it's not. Like, let me be very clear here. There is no real tier 2 here. It's really just like Kewl Tune, a bunch of tiers, and then these decent decks. This is really how it is. It's just Kewl Tune, a bunch of tiers, and then every other, like these are decent decks. It's just really how it is. And I'm not gonna put these in any order right now because the thing with Branded is if I were to, compare this as like a Kewl Tune player, I would say Branded and Striker. But now you can't compare it if you're playing a Kewl Tune player. You have to compare it as if it's just you're entering a tournament overall versus everyone. Branded has a very poor matchup to roll at, so you just can't really do that. You get what I'm saying? So these are all kind of just thrown around. I think Archmage is a lot better than people are giving credit for, and overall, just I'll probably put Elfno over these because the matchups are just better overall. So none of these are really particularly in order, but it's just around there. So if we count how many decks this is, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 18. There's about 19 decks. This is the top 20 decks here. It just if you're not playing Kewl Tune, you're trolling. Or you're just kind of bored of the format. I understand that too. Every single format, guys, listen, I get it. Kewl Tune is old now. I get it. But if you don't think Kewl Tune is the best deck, you are just lying to yourself. You're just lying to yourself. Like, if you lose the roll and you would like, let's say you lost the roll. You're telling me you would rather play Kewl Tune or over one of, like, you'd rather play one of these over Kewl Tune? You're lying to yourself. You're lying to. I would rather play any of these decks over Kewl Tune, and like by a landslide. I would rather play with 4 cards than play Kewl Tune. Okay, with that out of the way, let's go with these. Dark Magician does get more. It does get better. I want to put new Dark now. As far as, let me be one more thing clear. Synchron is only here with the new support in Magnificent Monsters. Dark Magician has potential to be here. Speedroid has potential to be here. Pendulum Magician has potential to be here. The new Pendulum support is actually very good. Someone on my Twitch chat asked, why is Speedroid not S tier? Why am I not 6'8"? I'm just not. You know, that reminds me of like when someone's like, why is Speedroid not S tier? That's like, you know, sometimes I see some things like, you know, the Golden State Warriors are very interested in LeBron James per at ESPN. Like, Nim Nim is very interested in a threesome with Sydney Sweeney and with Madison Beer per Shams Charania. Like, bro, Speedroid is tier F, okay? But it does have some more potential. And that's it as far as this list is concerned. Of course, there's some things here not mentioned, like Hecka Hands and Dark Lords and even Asmino Orcus. They all have good potential. I actually think they're actually all pretty good. They're all in okay-ish. But at the end of the day, Kewl Tune's the best deck. These are here. And until the new support comes out, these 3 in okay-ish are really in tier F. But when they come out, they're here. That's it for the video. If you think anything otherwise, you're just trolling. And I know the comments are going to say, oh, this is so biased, bro. The format's been on for months. And if you think otherwise, you're just asleep. And you're just not being honest with yourself. Kewl Tune is the only deck to pick. That's it for the video. Make sure to get your sleeves down below. They might be sold out, but check out if they are still there. And make sure to go check my Metafy for daily classes. See you guys next video. Peace!